In 2014, Utah was rated the nerdiest state in America. This was according to a real estate website, because knowing things like that is very important to real estate agents, for some reason. That distinction wasn't all that surprising because just the year before, Salt Lake Comic Con was the largest first-year Comic Con in the nation, with fans of all possible genres and franchises showing up, including, of course, fans of Star Trek and Star Wars. We've written a very funny parody about Star Trek and Star Wars fandom taken to ridiculous extremes, and we're involving some of the most dedicated cosplayers we could find. There are a lot of crowdfunding campaigns for film projects, and other things, of course. Section 1 Entertainment, the production arm of the nonprofit Utah Filmmakers Association, is currently in pre-production on our short film parody, Fanatics. We already have some funding in place, and most of it is earmarked to pay the cast and crew. Yes, you heard me right. The money that we have now is mostly for the people who are actually making the movie. For a small project like this, we're not talking about typical industry rates. We just want our people to know that we appreciate their time and talent, and that they're not going home empty-handed. Films are not made by film equipment. They're made by people, and their time and skills have real-world value. It's also important to remember that filmmaking isn't just an artistic endeavor. It's also an economic venture. Local film commissions try to attract productions to their communities because filmmaking is good for the economy. Productions that come from out of state hire local talent in front of and behind the camera. They spend their production budgets on everything from renting local film equipment and studio space to hiring local caterers. Small, locally based productions benefit the economy as well. That being said, let me show you where Section 1's budget priorities are and how you can have a direct influence on them. This pie chart shows how the budget of our film is broken down. This chart shows what we're currently able to pay for and where we could use your help. We've planned for a significant portion of our budget to go to catering and craft service for our cast and crew. On a long shoot day, a balanced meal and a healthy variety of snacks does a lot more to boost productivity and morale than cheap, nutritionally dubious triangles of grease and carbohydrates. Many of you might be wondering what would happen if we exceed our crowdfunding goal. It's been known to happen. Since our number one budget priority is people, any extra donated funds will directly benefit the cast and crew. If all that means is bumping up the catering budget so we can have a nicer lunch or a little more variety at the craft service table, so be it. If the extra funds were to be considerably significant, then the cast and crew could also see an increase in their day rates or travel stipends. For small projects like this, it's not unusual for some crew members to waive their kit fees to accommodate a limited budget. It would be really terrific if we raised enough funding so they wouldn't have to waive those fees at all. Please consider that your contribution to this project will not only help our people grow professionally, it will also benefit their families and our local economy. Since this is a crowdfunding campaign, you might be thinking, okay, economic benefits and supporting filmmakers and their industry is good and all, but what's in it for me? I'm glad you asked. Have we got perks for you? In addition to some crowdfunded film standards like inclusion on the special thanks list at the end of the credits, and exclusive DVD copies of our film, we've also got some pretty cool Salt Lake Comic Con swag to give away, like posters and t-shirts. We are planning to premiere our film at Salt Lake Comic Con later this year, and thanks to their enthusiastic support, in addition to the cool swag we're giving away, they're also going to provide special certificates to our top donors. Certificates that are good for passes to Salt Lake Comic Con in September 2017. So check out the perks, donate generously, and spread the word.